Hello, everyone. I'm Christine Franklyn, and I'm an integrative nutrition health coach. And I believe in looking at health holistically, looking at everything that impacts our health, things that we may not even think about normally. And what
And
about
my
you,
name is,
Silvana?
oh yeah, my name is Silvana Siskov, and I'm a health coach. I'm nutritionist, counselor, and I wrote numbers of books focusing on health, weight loss, nutrition. And today we are going to talk about what health coaching is. I think that lots of people heard of different type of coaching, but not necessarily about health coaching, and they get confused when I tell them that I'm a health coach. And how about you? When you tell someone you're a health coach, what do people think? What do people say?
Well, they always ask, oh, what's that? Oh, what do you
Mm-hmm.
do?
Yeah.
They have no
Mm.
idea. They don't even usually try to guess. They just are so curious.
Yeah, because they heard of the word coach, but then
Yes,
they can't quite put together health and coaching.
yes.
Yeah.
But the word coaching actually leads nicely into what we do because that is your image of,
Mm.
athletic coach or
Yeah.
any other traditional sports coach is pretty much along the same lines of what we do, just with health.
Yeah.
So, in the same way that a coach is there to support throughout a player's journey and help to guide and help to be a partner on the side, that's exactly what a health coach is, just that we're focused on health.
Mm. And so tell me, Christine, when clients come to you, in which way do you help them with your health coaching?
So typically, clients work with me in a one on one program. And in that program, then we get to, first of all, assess where you're at with your health and your lifestyle and your habits. And then we get into the key areas that you want to work on. So we look at what your goals are, not just for your health, but for your life, because your health fuels your life. So they're all tied together. And then we meet one on one virtually and go through step by step what some of the adjustments are that we can make to your life so that you can incorporate healthy habits much easier in a way that feels aligned with you. So it's very personalized to you and what fits your life. What about you,
And
Silvana?
and I just wanted to ask, what type of
Mhm.
clients do you work with?
Mostly entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
So entrepreneurs usually tend to be very busy, as we would know.
Yes.
And so it, it's very difficult sometimes to remember. Many of them say even to eat properly. So they may skip meals, they may just
Mm-hmm.
grab something quickly, and they may not feel like they have the energy for exercise or the time for exercise. So, and they're busy, so they tend to be stressed. So that's the perfect storm for going
Mm-hmm.
down the road of poor health.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really important to have someone to give you some accountability along the way, to help make some suggestions that can really help both your everyday life and actually
Mm-hmm.
help your business as well. Because if you're healthy and you're feeling fit and active and full of energy, of course, you're going to do better in your business as well.
Yeah, and it's all about self-care, isn't it?
Yes, yes, for
Yes,
sure.
yes, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
so important to make yourself a priority.
Mm,
That's
mm.
something that a lot of people forget about, whether they're an entrepreneur or not.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
that's right. So with me, yeah, I mainly work with people who want to lose weight. Um, but what often happen is that they come to me believing that it's all about food. It's all about what they are going to eat, and they expect I'm going to give them just lots of recipes. They're gonna go home and they're gonna cook and they're gonna lose weight. Uh, but very often, when clients come to me about weight loss, very often we don't even mention the food because
Mhm.
very often food is not a problem.
So true.
And often we look at the different areas of people's lives. We look at we do look at their diet, but we also look at their exercise level. We look at their sleeping patterns. We look at their stress level. We look at their social life. We look at their professional life, because everything plays a part. And with the weight loss, that's, in my opinion, just I would rather say with the weight gain, that's really kind of, in my opinion, the reflection of what's going on in people's lives.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So when clients come to me, we really look at the different areas of their lives and then try to work on every single area, try to improve every area of people's lives, rather than just to stick to the diet. And that's all. I often hear from people that come to me and say, I went to see a dietitian or a nutritionist, and they just talked about food, and they told me what to eat. But I strongly disagree that when it comes to weight loss, we shouldn't be just looking at the food. We really need to look at the different areas of people's lives and tackle every single area, so that so that all areas are in alignment, so that people can just feel happy in their personal life and the business life, and so that they can feel kind of good from inside out.
Yes, definitely. And it's so funny you mentioned that, because most people come to me about food as well. They feel like they're not eating healthy enough. And actually, several of them do want to lose weight and, want to feel better. So that is so similar in, both our clients.
Yes.
But just as you said, there's so many other areas that impact that. And usually it's not just about eating differently. So it's exactly as you said, the same thing that I've found. It's quite interesting.
Yes. Yeah, it's interesting. So really, health coaching is really looking at different areas of people's lives and trying to find a way how people can improve those areas of their lives. And I very kind of work in a person-centered way. So the way I work with one person might be very different from the way I work with someone else. So I might be focusing a lot on food while talking to one person, while with the other person I might be focusing a lot on reducing the stress level, for instance, or how to improve maybe personal relationships and things like that. Because sometimes people come to me and I can see that they struggle with the relationships in their lives, which are kind of making them feel not very good about themselves, not very good about their life. So, for instance, at the moment, I have a couple of clients who are going through divorce. So yeah, and that's having a great impact on their life, on their eating, on their weight, on everything else.
Of course, because your mental state affects your physical state.
Yes, exactly.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so important to remember that. And we can't separate them. We can't treat one issue and think that it's just going to be that in isolation. It's really everything combined.
Yes, and it's really kind of trying to find the source of the problem rather than just to look at the surface and
Definitely.
putting the plaster on the wound. We really kind of look at the source of the problem and trying to really dig deep to find out what's really going on there.
Yes. And I think one key thing that is important to mention about health coaching is that it's very practical. I think people really appreciate that we make some very practical suggestions and that it's so highly personalized that it makes it easier to make everything sustainable. So when we make a suggestion, if it fits your life, then you know that you can carry on with it even after our program is over. But if you just pick up a book and you don't have the support to go along with it, or a way to, switch it a bit to fit your life, then you might just find that over time, you might not be able to maintain that lifestyle or those habits. So I find that, resources are a great starting point, but to really continue the journey and make sure it's sustainable, it's excellent to work with someone in some way, whether it's one-on-one or group coaching. Is really important, I think, to have that accountability and support.
Yes, it's true. I mean, and you know, sometimes I speak to clients, and I would rather say potential clients. They call me because they want to find out more about my services, and you know, I often tell them, you know, you don't need to particularly work with me, but just to work with someone because it's really important. You know, because I can see what they can't see.
Yes.
You know, and I'm sure that lots of people can see what I can't see about my life. So yeah, so it's always
Yes.
it's always helpful to have someone out there who will kind of in a way hold your hand and put you into the right direction.
Yes, it's so true. You know, there's a saying, you don't know what you don't know. And that's
Yeah,
so true.
yes, yeah, yes, yeah,
So
yes, yeah.
it might take someone to uncover that for you.
Yes, yeah, and as I said, kind of with health coaching, it's interesting that it's very different. Yeah, as I said, people often come to me because of the weight loss, but the way I work with them is very different than if when they just go to see dietitian, for instance, in order to
Hmm.
lose weight, because as I mentioned, dietitian will just look at the food and tell them what to eat,
Hmm.
while I will look at everything, the entire life.
Hmm.
And we are going to look at every single area in that person's life and see what kind of adjustments they can make, what kind of improvements they can make there, how they can do it, why they need to do it. It's
Yes.
important for people to understand why they need to do certain things,
Yes.
and it's also important to establish some kind of to think of the goal, which goal are we going towards to? Because if you don't have a goal, we don't know where we are going. So
So
yeah,
true.
so just a saying, I want to lose weight. I mean, what does it even mean? You know,
Yes.
yeah, we need to look at why you want to lose weight and what kind of steps you need to take to get there.
Yes. All so true. So I think we've painted a pretty good picture of what health coaching is.
Yes, yeah, I
Yeah.
hope so. I hope we did. Yeah, because I know it's very confusing for some people. Because when I say to someone, I'm a health coach, they say, well, I've heard of tennis coaching and the basketball coaching and football coaching, but what is health coaching? And yes, it can be confusing.
Yes. But, we can start with that concept. And in the same way, we help people to get to the next level in their lives, to
Yes.
make themselves healthier and happier and just feel better overall. So, yes, it's,
Yeah, because when you know when you help a client to look at the different areas of their lives and start working on those different areas, then their lives are going to improve. Whether they like it or not, their lives are going to improve.
yes,
You know, not just to their health, but everything else.
yes. And if we don't feel well, that impacts so many things. It
Mm,
impacts how we
yes,
relate to other people. We might be grumpy. We might have a more negative outlook on life than we normally would have. And then your mental state again affects your physical state. And, you eat for comfort, something that we're going
yes,
to be talking about.
yes, yes.
So, yes,
Yes, that's what we are going to talk next week, aren't we? We are going to talk
yes,
about emotional or comfort eating.
yes,
So yes, I hope we covered quite a lot today. I hope we explained what health coaching is. So yeah, what do you
yes.
think?
I think we at least
Mm.
gave a broad picture of what it is. And, we talked about how clients work with us. So I hope that makes it even clearer for people. And of course, if anyone watching this knows other people who are wondering what health coaching is all about,
Yeah,
please
just
share
share
this
them with them. Yes.
video. Yes.
So I'll see you next week.
Yes. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.